So following the conclusion of Luke Littler becoming the world champion back-to-back and winning the 2026 World Darts Championship, I'm going to go through the updated rankings and sort of talk about who's had a good World Championship and where it's put them, and players who were defending big and have dropped down the rankings. Now, a lot of these players, I think for the first 2 or 3 pages, are players that have just picked up the odd £1,000 during the season, basically. None of these are thing, but there's some notable names in there. Rugby John Rodriguez is in there, Jeffrey Desvan. Then on the second page, no one really. I mean, Graham Usher there, he's obviously won or played on a couple of Pro Tours, I believe, but again, this page is still playing. I mean, there might be people on here that you know, but they're no tour card or whatever. Then we start to get onto the page with a bit more of notable names. You've got Benjamin Pratnama, who's quite decent. Jules Van Dongen, former tour card holder. Kai Gothart, Tom Sykes, Rusty Jake Rodriguez. And then this page is some of the players that have obviously played at the World Championship, earned 15 grand from it. Zhao Zhang, Zong Tim Psay, Bunce, Whitlock is on there, of course. Nolan Van Leuven, the breeder, Ilaga, and some others on that list. Then we're starting to get close to the players that are missing out on tour cards from the World Championship. You got the likes of Alexis Toilo in here, Alex Spellman, Lisa Ashton, Timo Haju, Boris Krchmar as well, Adam Gavlas, Cristo Reyes at the bottom, Fallon Sherrick, Gemma Hayter. Into the top 100, Bo Greaves went up 14 places to 106. David Davis winning his first round tie, went up 39 places. Arno Merck going up to 100, earning 37.5 grand this year. You've got obviously the legend that is David Meunier there as well. And there, this is an interesting page. Charlie Manby up 85 to world number 81. I believe one more win or 2 more wins would have got him a PDC Tour card. Andreas Harrison missed out on a PDC Tour card by 1 game. That 1 game against Johnny Clayton, which he lost. If he would have won that game of darts against Johnny Clayton, he would have had a PDC Tour card. Florian Hempel as well. Cam Crabtree had a great sort of thing for the World Championship. He unfortunately failed to deliver. Jose de Souza falls off the tour. Owen Bates would fall off the tour, but has got back in due to a second avenue, which I hate, but we won't get into that. There's some decent players on there as well. Darius pushed Luke Littler in round 1. Jim Williams, Adam Hunt, former tour card holders. And then this is an interesting one. This is some players that have fallen off. Well, Dom Taylor, 61st, could lose his PDC tour card if they decide to do that. I believe there's someone here that have lost it. I'm not too sure. I don't know when they earned them. Stephen Burton, Mario van der Bogart. The cut-off point is 64. If you finish below 64, you lose a PDC tour card unless you're in your first year. Rob Owen nearly loses his tour card. Keeps it by an absolute sniff. Kim Hybrex is on the decline. He's down to world number 60. A player that was top 15, top 10 at one point, sliding down the rankings. A big year for a lot of players. Big year for Keith Barry. Big year for Kim Hybrex, as I mentioned. Massive year for Mencius Sulovic. Big year ahead for Ian White as well. These type of players in a year's time is when we could be potentially talking about losing tour cards like Ian White, like Alan Suter, like Mencius Sulovic, like Kim Hybrex. Happy feet. Justin Hood up to world number 50. Start the tournament as 86. Debut at the World Championship. Gets to the quarterfinals, of course. Gets himself up into the top 50. Massive for him to just get inside that top 64 and keep that up. It's only his first of 2 years on the tour card, but obviously Justin Hood keeps pushing on. You got Connor Scott up 1 to 49 in the world. James Horrell up to world number 48. Would have been 63 when he started the tournament. Gets himself into the top 48. Gabriel Clemens is on the decline as well. That'd be a big year for Gabriel Clemens. He needs to start getting some prize money on the board. Then we're looking at the top 46. Mickey Mantle down 1. Scott Williams down 8. Matters Rasmussen up 1. Niels Zonneveld up 2. Callan Ridge, Kevin Dutz up 4 and 3, both pushing on towards the top 32. Players dropping out of the top 32. Joe Cullen drops out as Michael Smith, Peter Wright and Dirk van Dijvenbode all decline in rankings. Peter Wright losing a lot of prize money from 2 years ago at the World Championship. Michael Smith, of course, as well, drops down to 32. Krzysztof Ratajski enters the top 32 again after a quarter-final appearance at the Worlds for Krzysztof Ratajski. Vessel Nyman up 2. Cameron Menzies, Richie Edhouse, Dimitri Vandenberg down 2 out of the top 24, which doesn't really mean anything with the new way the Masters is going, but Daryl Gurney, Dave Chisnell down 1 as well. And then the top 20, Rob Cross down 3, definitely not going to be in the Premier League. Mike De Decker down 1 after his defeat to David Muir. Jermaine Watamina getting to the last 16, up by 1. Damon Heta down to world number 17. Ross Smith nearly drops out of the top 16. Damon Heta does drop out of the top 16. Nathan Aspinall goes up 1. Martin Schindler down 2. And then this is the bit for me. Danny Noppert down 4. James Wade down 4. Gezi Price 3. And Chris Dobey 5. Those 4 players there, Noppert, Wade, Price, Dobey, their Premier League spot could be in massive jeopardy now after, failing to really perform at the Worlds. Josh Rock up to world number 9. He's in the top 10. Ryan Searle up to world number 8 after his semi-final. Showing Stephen Bunting down to world number 7. Probably gets rid of his Premier League chance, doesn't it? Really, I think Bunting only was in the Premier League if he got in the top 4. I don't think he's in there anymore. Gary Anderson up 8 to world number 6. I'd love Gary to be in the Premier League. I'm going to do my Premier League prediction video probably... When is it? Probably tomorrow, actually. I might just get it out tomorrow. Johnny Clayton doesn't move. Michael van Gerwen goes out of the top 3. Jan van Veen comes as number 3 from 10. He is now obviously the Dutch number 1. Luke Humphrey stays as second. Luke Littler, just he's he's £1,600,000 ahead of Luke Humphreys in the world rankings now, which means he's basically there for ages, pretty much. He is going to have to defend the World Championship. Because he's won it back-to-back, he's going to have to defend his prize money next year, which is 500 grand. And then the year after, he's going to have to defend £1 million. So in 2 years, he's going to have to defend £1.5 million at the World Championship. But I don't really think he cares about that right now. Those are the rankings. Let me know your thoughts on who you think's had a good World Championship, the biggest climber, biggest dropper. And tomorrow, I'll put out my predicted Premier League lineup, because it's not going to be released yet, at least, so I'm not going to be doing that, and then they're going to be releasing it, so, it's not like I'm going to do my predictions and they release it the same day. So Premier League predictions tomorrow, or lineup prediction tomorrow, but hopefully you've enjoyed this video. For those who like this type of thing, I'll speak to you in the next one. Thanks for watching. What a World Championship.